In the ancient city of Savatthi, there lived a young woman named Kisa Gautami, whose life was utterly defined by the profound love she held for her young son. When a sudden fever tragically stole the boy's life, Kisa's world shattered into unbearable grief, refusing to accept this cruel fate. She cradled his lifeless body and fled into the streets, her desperate pleas for a medicine to restore him echoing through the village, met only with pitying glances from those who understood the finality of death. Driven by a madness born of sorrow, she was eventually directed to the enlightened Buddha, who sat in serene meditation in the Jetavana grove, and throwing herself at his feet, she begged him for a miracle. With infinite compassion, the Buddha did not refuse her but gave her a sacred task: to bring him a mere handful of mustard seed, but with the specific condition that it must be procured from a home that had never been touched by death. A flicker of hope igniting within her, Kisa embarked on her quest, going door to door throughout the entire village. At each home, the residents willingly offered the common seeds. But when she asked her crucial question, every single household, from the richest to the poorest, shared a story of loss, each one having known the passing of a father, a mother, a child, or a beloved friend. As the sun began to set, she stood in the quiet village square, her son still in her arms, and a transformative understanding dawned upon her with the clarity of the evening star. She was not alone in her suffering, for death was a universal, inevitable visitor to all who are born, and her immense pain was rooted not in the loss itself, but in her own refusal to accept this fundamental truth of existence. This realization washed over her like a wave of peace, quelling her frantic despair, and replacing it with a serene sorrow. She then carried her son to the charnel ground, and performed the final rites, letting go of his physical form with a heart now open to acceptance. Returning to the Buddha, she bowed before him not with desperation, but with enlightenment, acknowledging that the task he had set for her was complete, for she had found the true medicine not for death, but for the suffering it causes. The Buddha smiled, seeing her liberation, and Kisa Gautami went on to become one of his most devoted disciples, her story forever teaching that the path to peace lies not in avoiding loss, but in understanding its essential place in the tapestry of all life. Suffering is a universal human experience, and true peace is found not in avoiding loss but in accepting its inevitable place in the cycle of life. Our deepest pain often comes not from the loss itself, but from our own resistance to this fundamental truth. By understanding that we are all connected in our grief, we can release our isolation and find the strength to let go. Hope you enjoyed this story. Please like, subscribe and share to support the channel. Thank you.